Sawa sawa. Yes. Hey. Yes.
Hello guys, welcome back to Media One TV. So today we are going to talk about matters spirituality. I know most of you mmesikia mambo mengi kuhusu cultism, kuhusu the Shakahola stories and all that. So wacha leo tukutane na mmoja wetu atuambie mengi kuhusu hayo. Okay, habari ya leo?
Mzuri sana.
Unaweza tuambia tu jina lako, alafu tuambie unashiriki dini gani?
Mimi naitwa David Onyango ama Gogo. Mimi dini ambayo nilizaliwa ni Catholic, lakini sasa sina dini.
Kwa nini hauna dini?
Niliona kama kila ambacho kinafunzishwa kwa dini haikuwa inaingia because every religion has its own doctrines, and these doctrines brings divisions among other religions. So they keep on fighting. You find you are in this church fighting with the other church. It doesn't bring any unity. So I started studying something different apart from religion, because spirituality, I'm practicing spiritual. I'm doing spiritual practice, so I'm a spiritualist. So when I started doing the spiritualist knowledge, I found it unified the universe. So I normally deal with spirituality, things, and nature.
And why you say that you left the Catholic? Because there was some wrangles between churches. Could you tell us some causes of these wrangles?
Yeah, wrangles and their doctrines has so many ideological differences, because you find that things happening in church that when I question, I don't understand how, and I don't get those answers, because like some of them there are some statues, like when you question why this, and you're like, you don't get your answer, nobody will answer you that. So I didn't believe in that after realizing myself. So I went back to practice nature. I study nature. That is where my spiritual journey started. And I left the religion side.
So now that you're well versed with spirituality, could you tell us your take on the spiritual situation in the country? We've heard of Shakahola, Pastor Ezekiel. What's your take on that?
Okay, there are different problems and different manipulations taking place within the country. In fact, not even the country, all over Africa. Because we are the people having problem, the black people only. Because you will find the Indians have their Indian God, Americans have their American God, Japanese, they worship their Japanese God with their own language. Chinese have their China God with their own language. Westerners have their God with their own language and their look. They look like their God. But when you come to Africa, there is nothing like that. We worship foreign God, which is white, and we are black. And them, they cannot worship a black God. But there's a power in a secret in those, in fact, in the Vatican City, whereby there's a black Madonna, a black woman carrying a child, and they worship that. But as they are giving us a white woman carrying a child, it means there's something wrong with that. That is a topic for another day. Okay, now the Shakahola and let me talk about the Shakahola and what is happening in the country and other churches. Shakahola and I once said that this one is just manipulation of people's spirit. They're using people's spirit. That those who are in another cult, there's some cult like Illuminati. These are doing they do human sacrifice. And other cults, there are so many cults. When you go to Western countries like Ghana, Nigeria, and the other places, that is where there's so many different types of cultism practice happening there. So this is where these pastors, most pastors, I'm not saying all, most pastors are going there to get their spiritual power from those cult, from those cult groups. They will be given a certain ring. Some of them they will be given that carpet. Hiyo carpet wanaikanga kwa altar yao. So if you see any altar imekuwa fence that nobody should enter in that altar, that is a cult. Is using cult power. Utapata kama ukipata hata mtoto wake ameingia kwa hiyo altar, you die. Ukipata hata kama bibi yake ama nani, there are only those chosen people who can step onto that altar. And those who are using rings also, these rings they are using it to manipulate people. You will find it in their right hand. Na hiyo ring imebeba kamawe fulani yenye either ni green, blue, some of it is reddish and black. So hii mawe imebeba tutaona kwa hiyo inaitwa a certain lower brain, it was cerebrum. So this cerebrum controls the spirit because it's the lower part. I don't know, it's cerebrum and cerebrum. That this cerebrum and cerebrum. So they take that image of that cerebrum, they put it there and manifest it as the spiritual power. So they put spirit under that. So by the time this pastor is doing the deliverance, that is where the problems comes with. People will fall down, people will start talking the way they want. There are some deliverers which are not true in these churches. There are some deliverers which are just manipulation. Then they are not even true things. So there are those who are in the masonry, Freemasons, but Freemason and Illuminati are totally different groups. The masonry is somehow a business part. This is where you find the politicians are there, big religious were there, the businessmen were there. No. So it's just giving them knowledge and manipulating those people who have no knowledge. So that's why they are being called a secret society. So secret society is you practice secret knowledge. Than that knowledge other people does not know. So it's only for the society. That's why you'll find after they have gone there, most of them they go to Western countries, they come up, when they come back with those powers, they manipulate a certain, utapata kama a period of time hivi, hiyo church imeanza kugrow. Unapata. Alafu the church, the problem comes there, you are rich, umeenda kuomba kwa ile church, unaanza kufilisika. So utapata kama mtu ana regret, tangu aanze kuomba kwa hii kanisa, amefilisika zaidi. Find that those who inuka, those who are going well with the altar of that church, kuna wenye watainuka, kuna wenye watapata good health or watapona, fine, wenye watapata deliverance. But true churches are also there. I don't say they are not existing. The true pastors are existing, but most of them ni vituko. If you have somebody selling ticket for going to heaven, it's the same person here manipulating people that you are going to see Jesus, then well, there you are killing them surely. That is not right.
And just to ask, how did you come to know about all this? Did you find people, according to your studies, what you've been studying?
I don't study. In fact, it's very rare for me to study things. It's only that in this world, knowledge, we as Africans, according to the African science, we were not to be taught. Knowledge is not supposed to be taught. It's something you breathe, you get it through air, you drink it. But Westerners, they are teaching it. That is not, I don't know, that is education, whatever. But they only teach what they want us to know. So these things are, so long as you have the key, that you find that key of knowledge, you can open any doors of this knowledge and you find. So me most of the time is mysteriously, I get them when I'm talking. Some of them I get them while I'm sleeping. Some of them I will get them as we discuss with people. So I learn from that person, learn from this person. But I don't believe in things somebody has right. That's why I don't believe in most of the books. I call them books, the religious books. I don't believe them. I don't trust them because there are so many lies. It is not pure. They lied to us so many times. That's why they are using this book to manipulate the rest of the people. Yeah.
So like wewe binafsi tuseme hata Bible is a no for you.
The Bible is a book. I can read it. It's just an ordinary book. There was original one which is not existing now, and the rest they have been changing this. You know, the Bible was created in 325 AD in the Council of Nicaea. That's why they brought all the books and decided to write whatever they want. During Constantino, they decide to write whatever they want to colonize Africans. And that's why they are still colonizing Africans. It's a mind slavery they are doing. And that's why they're still now, religious leaders are still colonizing us. Hii ni ukoloni mambo leo bado wanafanya. So it was a book which was rewrite for their own favor. The oppressors wrote this for this to favor them to colonize us. So there's so much lies in that book than Quran. Maybe Quran a little bit, but the Bible itself, the places we feel the slaves obey your masters as you obey your God, your Lord. Says it is right for a master to beat your slave as long as you don't kill him. How? And you are serving the same God, and you are born in the you are created in the same image of God. So when I look at this book, I find no truth about it, but spirituality has truth because it is a unifying thing that whatever I'm saying here, somebody from South Africa knows it. Somebody from Nigeria will confirm it is true. Somebody from Australia, whatever country, they will know. Those who understand the spiritual level, they know that these things exist. It's not my own idea.
As you've told us, you learn these things from nature and you've known these things through nature. Could you just explain to us how you communicate with the spirits and how they reveal to you these things that you know?
No, the last conversation I told you that when you have the key of knowledge, you can open any doors. Yeah. So what matters here is the key. You have the key. It opens every door you want. It opens any knowledge you want. Okay, me at first I've been doing my meditation too much. I do fast. So by the time I'm doing fasting, I do my meditation. And that time I get to learn many things. Because there's to me, it's like I had lived before. I wanted to put it open that I had come again to live. This world nilishaishi. So everything is not even, they are familiar with mine. So anything I Google, kwa akili yangu, I get it. Nikienda kwa nature, because I like sitting at night, I can sit there, meditate even for 5 hours. Then I feel the breeze. I travel my spirit away. So by that time I'm traveling, because that is where I'm doing my meditation. I will travel for 4 hours. It depends with the journey my spirit will take. Then when I come back, By that time, they will show me anything, be it herbs, be it this knowledge. So it's like I see these things like daytime, but I see the grandfathers are doing this because they are working with me, showing me this thing is existing like this thing is so by the time I meet with anything or I'm discussing this, I'm teaching this to people, the way I'm talking like this, that is where more are coming because I don't read them. I don't refer even anything from any book. So they come because like I've loaded them. You can ask me anything, be it in spirituality, be it in how nature behave, be it in whatever, I'll tell you. Because these things flows within me. They were within me before. They lived in me, in my soul, in my spirit before I was born to this present life. I had lived my life in the past, some few years, whereby there's a day I tried to meditate. That's where I was getting initiation to that. It's not that we are devil worshippers, how people might think I'm talking, because whatever I'm talking, even the devil cannot even get in close to my stuff. I'm totally different. That. So people who don't understand, please, you must have ears to understand. For those who are not in studying spirituality, please leave it aside, because this one is not even in your side. For those who understand spirituality, they know what I'm talking and they understand me very well. So any teaching in spiritual matters, in spiritual knowledge, I think I have them.
And just to ask, you've told us you're not Catholic, about the beads you're carrying in your hand. They look like a rosary. Is it a rosary?
Rosary. Kuna hii nini inaitwaje? The beads we've been using in ancient time, when our forefathers were using it. There's difference between the rosary one and this one I'm holding. The rosary one has Mary and the Jesus cross. So I don't believe in the cross. I don't believe in the white Mary. I don't believe in the black Jesus, white Jesus. That is why I don't carry anything. Rosary is not bad, so long as, to me, so long as it doesn't have any image of anything to worship. This is very plain, you can see. It is very plain, it has no image. And this one helped me sometimes in my meditation and remembering my memory when I'm doing meditation. And this one here, these are like beads. This is what people were using to make beads in ancient time. So anything that has a beat on its own, it acts in spiritual. So this one is slow. It make the physical become busy so that you can get into the spiritual in a easy way. So it's the same way somebody can take marijuana. Then when you are meditating, you travel so fast to the spiritual land. So that this one and marijuana is like the same thing. So it's also when you're using this one while you're talking, it maintains the memory and the flow of whatever you are saying. Those who know the science of ancient time, you see most politicians, most these motivation speakers, while they are speaking, they must be a symbol of how they are doing their hands, or there's something they have in their hands.
And just to ask, you've told us it's like you've lived in this world before. Do you mean that plainly you lived, then you came back to life? Ama, what does it mean?
Yeah, I came back to life. Yeah, because I think I can remember all the things I did when I was in this life before. I remember them very well. I remember the things I did. I remember the wives I have by that time. I know the children I had. Now, with the good deed I did during that time, I was pardoned to come back again, and the rebirth took place. And that's why the same character here I'm having, they will tell you it's the same character of my grandfather. So I'm the grandfather of my father. And I took another grandfather of my mother, some part of his spiritual knowledge. So they always guide me in everything I do. And these people have been supporting me, they have been pressuring me, they have been helping me whatever I do. and any memory I want and which time I want. So he was like me. He liked teaching the same way I'm doing. So I'm doing teaching of spirituality, and that is the work he was doing, and it is what I took over. Yeah. So there's way how people come and go.
How? Could you explain to us?
In this world, there are first comers and second comers and third comers. So you can know them by nature.
How do you know them by nature?
Okay, nature treats them is this way. For the first comers, somebody who came for the first time, you will see him akianza kitu from akiwa mtoto, nothing kanaweza mguza, and he will prosper in any way possible. That those who learn, get job, get married in his way, and build, they're like big things, they just go there. But the rest of the people are struggling. They came. Utapata kama familia nyingine ilikuwa imeisha kabisa, alafu there's a certain person amezaliwa hivi from nowhere, he just lift the family up. That is the first comer. Even the witchcraft cannot touch that person because he is new with the nature. So nature protects him. But the second comers you will find when they still have memory of the first. Hata kuwa anafanya vitu zingine, anafanya vitu but he struggle a little bit, but he is progressing in a good way. But it depends what you did in your first life. When you do good in your first life, the good will follow you the second life. There's nothing like heaven and earth, heaven and hell. I don't believe in that. It is in spirituality, it doesn't exist. Heaven and hell, all of them dwells here. Good and evil, all of them dwells within you. Satan and God within you. You are the God, you are the devil. It depends with the energy you excrete or give to people. So nobody. If you don't value these people who is the person next to you, you are wrong in nature. That is the God. And that person is the one who can turn to be your devil. Because any problem must touch with the person. Any downfall must start with somebody who got into your life. Utaregret ati mbona niliingiza huyu mtu kwa maisha yangu. Amekuwa shetani. Shetani hizi toka from mbinguni ama from huko kwenye mnasema. Akuja kufanyia madhara. Unless somebody else afanye hiyo, ndio shetani mwenzako. According to the teaching. So leave alone the attackers is something different. So utapata shetani amekuja hapo, ndio umefanya vitu zako vizuri, atakuja kuharibu. Na ni mtu mwenye wewe pia unajua, ama mtu mwenye ako next na wewe. Somebody who will come and help you is not God from heaven that will come and help you. Is the same human being. Uwe mtu mwenye utakutana na mtu hapo ama mwenzako ndiye atakuja kulift then akusaidie. Yes. Gogo. Omer mbom. Gogo. Omer mbom. Hello. Gogo. Hey. Ero kama. Oh, sawa. Yes. Hey. Yes. Hey. Yes. Oh, yeah. Awinjo. Ero kamano. Ero kamano. Awinjo baba. Awinjo jasmin. Awinjo. Awinjo. Yes. Yes. Boom. Wacho. Yes. Yes. Mm. Eh, eh, eh. Mm. Yes, yes. Mm. Kurasimo kakiwacho. Ati wacho jitelo. Mane tich makoro wabedo kasetimo. Abro miyo gi report. Gime kakiwacho abro chiwo ne weche gi duto masewacho.
Share your thoughts with us on our comment section, and do not forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel at Media One International.